Hey guys, Shyla Colt here with the rapid fire book tag. I have to tell you, I thought this was going to be really easy, and I found out when I looked over these questions that it was not. Here we go. Number 1, ebook or physical? Monetarily, ebook. Preference, physical. There's something about holding a book in your hands and reading it that really grounds you and I think pulls you into the story. It's also really nostalgic for me because I spent a lot of time growing up with books. Number 2, hardback or softcover? Softcover. You can take them more places, they're flexible, they aren't as heavy, and hardcovers are expensive as a mofo. You would go broke. Number 3, online or physical bookstore? Online is super convenient, but there's nothing like going in a bookstore and just browsing and getting lost, so it's always going to be physical. Trilogies or series? Either. All depends on how well the story arc is done and how things are wrapped up. I can hate one or the other if it's done badly when really you only needed one book and you just kept stretching it thin. Heroes or villains? Neither. Morally gray, because no one is all good and no one is all bad, and I think when they're morally gray, there's way more depth and realism in them. Used books or new books? I'm actually kind of a weirdo. I really like used books. I've always been that way. I think it's because I grew up, when I was younger, I would use my allowance at the used bookstores. So there's a lot of nostalgia there. It keeps costs down and you can trade them in and out. Whereas if I paid full price for the book, I'm not going to want to unhaul it when probably I should, because houses are places to live, not just places to store your books. Borrow, buy? Again, I like to borrow because that gives me an opportunity to read so much more. It keeps money in my pocket, and I like to scout out for new books. Character or plot? I'm really a character-driven person. I love to go on a journey with one person and watch them grow and really get to know them, because then I'm invested in the story. But if the plot is crap, no characterization is going to save that. So character, but you really need both for an excellent story. Long book, short book? Somewhere in the middle is ideal for me, because then I can read a fair amount. I'm not going to get bored, which can sometimes happen with a long book, and I'm not going to run out of time, which I am usually crunched for. Again, same question. Long chapters, short chapters. Again, right in the middle. I think that's a sweet spot, and it keeps the story really, really, really flowing, especially if you're alternating point of views, because if one is really long and the other is short, it just feels imbalanced somehow, like maybe you didn't need one or the other. And that's the rapid fire book tag. Thanks for joining me. I will link the original video below. Hope you had fun. Love to hear your answers for this if you've already done it. If you have not, I tag you. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you again.